Hey, it's Andre and it's time for another Friday Flying Update. This one's special. That's right, welcome to the huge 2,000 plus subscribers on the YouTube channel. That is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about the giveaway. Yes, there's some giveaways. I'm going to have a little fun with this because, well, why not? It's a special occasion. Now, I've got two Durafly airplanes, a Durafly and a Navios on the bench because I've been asked a couple technical questions about the CG, particularly where I put the battery in the Durafly Vampire Canadian Edition, and also a couple quick questions about the Avios Bushmeal. So let's move the Bushmeal out of the way and get on to that Vampire, which I had a lot of fun flying. Oh, you know what the Mini Cooper is for? Believe it or not, I put the Mini Cooper, I even have another car for the Vampire, and I stick them into the nose, and it keeps the nose down, so when it's in the basement, it's not just hanging around. So, Vampire. Now, I fly the Vampire, as I said, on a 4S 3300, and I tend to put the battery as far forward as possible. So if you're looking in there, it sits visually, or if you look, just in front of the bulkhead actually, just as a little bulkhead just back here, and that's just enough far forward, and you don't want to go too far forward because your canopy won't fit in clear. So generally I'm using the straps for this position, you know, basically behind the leads, the power plug lead and everything, and that comes out to about 73 millimeters according to my caliper, and that puts my CG balance point right here. I'm just trying to hold this thing up to the camera and point it out, but basically normally it would be right in front of the boom, and if I was to do that, I'm pretty nose down. But if I go just a little bit more further, so just on that seam line, it seemed to balance out pretty nice. Now I tried to flip it over and I couldn't find the line. But anyhow, 73 millimeters with a 4S33 all the way to the nose. And as you saw in the video, the plane flew beautifully. A little waggle in the wind, but I don't care because it sounded great. It flew great. And well, sadly, it's the only EDF I still have running up. I actually have been building some other stuff, but and I'm still looking for a power plant to put the big 70 mil into. So kind of just goofing around and having some fun and just seeing what I can come up with. Anyhow, more on that later because I'm not going to get a chance to do any flying this weekend. So again, 73 millimeters from the front of the wing. Essentially, it's along a seam line in front of the lower boom spot. So it seems to work for me, and that's the way I've been going. Again, use the strap as your guide, and this basically go as far forward as you can. So I like my planes a little bit more nose heavy. I know a lot of people just like try and keep it neutral, and this seemed pretty good for me. So on to the Avios Bushmeal. Same scenario. I don't even know in the manual where the CG point is right now because I haven't looked at it since I built the aircraft. But same battery, 4S 3300, all the way, big airplane, all the way to the front of that bulkhead. Right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but basically I put the thing all the way forward, and then I will put her on a CG point, and I'll let you know what it is. I will actually go measure it. So that feels nice. And that is pretty far forward of the spar line, actually. So I don't remember where the stock position was, but I think the stock location was pretty well at the spar. Now, this is without the canopy. I should probably put the canopy on because, believe it or not, that does add just a tiny bit of weight. So finding that spar cover, and you'll see, that's not too bad. And I'm looking at it. I'll grab the caliper, keep my finger on the spot, zero the caliper, and I'll let you know what it is. Zero. And about 33 millimeters from the leading edge. And we get a decent one. Basically, everything that everybody told me, even Stuart when he was designing the aircraft, said slam the battery all the way forward. I have flown as little as a 2650. I do like it on the 3300s. No, I've not had a consistent run on the 3300s because last time we flew, we were in the middle of enjoying it on the bigger battery. We landed short and then discovered that one of the mounting points, I'm going to show you real quick, had actually had received some damage. Now, whether this was during hangar transport or transport rash or something that happened in the hangar, I can't tell you, but I immediately stopped flying it. I'm just trying to find the servo. There you go. So I can forward it. So the left wing here separated from the mount point. So nothing would have happened in flight because that the strut is keeping the wing on nice and tight. But it had cracked out in here, it had cracked up in there, so it's just something to keep an eye out for. I've gone back, I've glued it, and I've applied tape, and well, hopefully that'll prevent it. Now, we did spot some crinkling on this side of the aileron, so who knows, something could have hit it. I don't recall doing any crazy damage to it, but it's back up and it's ready to go. And I'm itching to fly this poor thing because I haven't flown it since a couple weekends ago when the guys were up visiting. And also, I really want to get my Tundra out. I realized I haven't flown, the high wings for a little while. So, enough rambling about the specs. 73 millimeters, 33 millimeters. There we go. I will get into this one as well because I've been asked how I set up my 8-channel using all 9 ports basically on a FrSky X8R. But we'll get into that. I'll try and do a separate video on another rainy day coming up. Okay, it's time to talk about the contest and how you enter. Yeah, I was actually going to do a really scary or tricky, question, something like, what's my favorite FT plane? Everybody would be like, oh, it's the Aero, but it's not. It's actually the FT Racer by David Vindestall. But we're going to keep this super simple. How you get into this draw. Number 1, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Why are you not subscribed already? Number 2, like this video. And number 3, comment on this video. You want to double your odds? Head on over to the RC Afterhours Facebook page. Link is in the description. Follow us on Facebook. Heck, subscribe to our podcast. It's hilarious. Like the comment, leave a comment. Everybody's names will be taken into a random draw system. And the winner gets an RC Afterhours t-shirt, because it's awesome. I'm using the word awesome a lot this evening. And a gift certificate of your choice. Banggood, Great Hobbies if you're Canadian, Horizon, Flight Test, or Hobby King. As long as I can get it to you electronically, it is yours. A little something from me to you. So make sure I can get a hold of you on Facebook or through the Google messaging system so I can make sure you are the winner. Today is Friday the 13th. Oh, October the 13th. So the next Friday flying update, which is on the 20th, is when I will announce the winner of the draw. And like I said, you get a t-shirt and a gift certificate. Isn't it awesome? Just a little thank you. I can't believe the YouTube channel has gone this far. It's been really impressive to watch it grow. I mean, we had 20 new subscribers in this week alone, so that's pretty cool. Speaking of this weekend, I'm actually going to miss my first RC Afterhours podcast in forever, but it's good. It's okay. I'm actually got something going on, but Chris has got a full house. He's got everybody in, including one of the newer flying friends, I guess, Chloe, the one who's got all those big, awesome Carbon Z aircraft. Anyway, she just picked up the e-flite PT-17, so the guys are going to be flying it tomorrow, and they're going to review on Sunday. I can't wait to listen to this one, actually, myself, because I'm really on the fence of whether I want that aircraft or not, as you've heard from previous statements. Myself, I'm going to be at the ballpark or the stadium here in Ottawa helping out with Great Hobbies and the Canadian Drone Nationals. So if you're in Ottawa and you want to check out some pretty cool quad racing, come on down to the ballpark. Check out the Great Hobbies, come by and say hi to me at the Great Hobbies booth. Myself, I'll be doing some social media and everything and just checking out some of the pilots and having some fun down there. I've never seen a drone race in person. I've been to wing racing, so the drone race should be pretty neat to see. I have to charge up my FPV goggles, I guess. So there we go. That's my weekend in a nutshell. I won't be getting much flying in due to those commitments, and I'm missing a podcast. But I'm going to have so much fun checking out all that quad action. So I'm Andre. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Have a great weekend.